Consider the thickness of a single strand of hair, the width of a coin, or the diameter of a pin. Can you measure these with a standard ruler? No, you cannot. To achieve that level of precision, we require an instrument, a Vernier Caliper. In this video, we will examine the geometric pattern behind the vernier scale, concepts of VSD and MSD, and finally, through a practical example, we will learn exactly how to take a measurement without relying on a single formula. Suppose I ask you to measure this object. You place it against a standard ruler and observe that its length surpasses the 1.5 mark but doesn't quite reach the 1.6 mark. What does this tell us? We know the length is strictly greater than 1.5 centimeters, but by how much? We don't actually know. A standard ruler cannot measure that tiny fraction of a distance. So, what is the solution? We need a secondary scale, one we call a Vernier scale. This scale can slide back and forth over the main scale. Together, this combination of the Vernier scale and the main scale is what we call a Vernier Caliper. But first, we need to understand its structure and a few key characteristics. For instance, the length of one small division on the main scale is called the MSD, or main scale division. Similarly, the length of one small division on the Vernier scale is called the VSD, or Vernier scale division. Now, pay close attention to this. There are a total of 10 VSDs, 10 small divisions on the Vernier scale, and these 10 divisions align perfectly with 9 divisions on the main scale. We know the length of a small division on the main scale, the MSD, is 0.1 centimeters. So, what is the value of 1 VSD? Take a moment and try to calculate it yourself. There are 9 MSDs in total here. So, the total length of these 9 MSDs is 0.9 centimeters. Now, this 0.9 centimeters is equal to the length of 10 VSDs. Therefore, the length of 1 VSD must be 0.9 divided by 10, which is 0.09 centimeters. Make sense? So, we have established that one main scale division is 0.1 centimeters and one Vernier scale division is 0.09 centimeters. If we subtract the VSD from the MSD, we get the least count, also known as the Vernier constant. In our case, the least count is 0.01 centimeters. This least count represents the absolute smallest length that this specific caliper can measure. Let's see exactly how that works in practice. Suppose the first mark on the Vernier scale aligns perfectly with any mark on the main scale. Then, the distance between the 0 mark of the Vernier scale and the main scale mark it just crossed is what? Well, this distance is 0.1 centimeters and this one is 0.09 centimeters. Subtracting the two gives us that gap. And what is that? Our least count. Now suppose the second mark on the Vernier scale aligns with any one mark on the main scale. What is the length of this gap on the left side? We just calculated it. It's equal to one least count. And what about the gap between the Vernier 0 and the main scale mark it crossed? How do we find that? This total length is 2 times 0.1 centimeters because there are 2 main scale divisions here. And the upper length is 2 times 0.09 because there are 2 Vernier scale divisions. So, the yellow gap is simply the difference between the two, which is exactly twice the least count. By that same logic, when the third mark aligns, this will be one least count, this will be 2 times the least count, and this will be 3 times the least count. So, keep this fundamental rule in mind. Whichever number mark on the Vernier scale perfectly aligns with the main scale mark, the distance from the Vernier 0 to the preceding main scale mark will be that number multiplied by the least count. Alright, let's take an actual measurement. To do this, we slide the Vernier scale until it rests firmly against the object. We already know this blue section is 1.5 centimeters long. The part we do not know is this tiny yellow section. How do we find it? Look closely. The sixth mark on the Vernier scale perfectly aligns with the main scale mark. And the gap between the Vernier 0 and the main scale mark it crossed is that exact extra distance we need to measure. So based on our rule, since the sixth mark aligns, it is 6 times the least count. Therefore, our final measurement is 1.5 plus that tiny extra distance of 0.06, giving us a total length of 1.56 centimeters. And that is the true length of the object. We could never have measured that with a normal ruler. Do you see? By simply understanding this one geometric pattern, we can use a Vernier scale perfectly without memorizing a single formula. Try this example yourself. Calculate the length of this object and drop your answer in the comments. I will pin the correct one. In the next few videos, we will look at positive and negative zero errors on the Vernier scale. We will also solve some unique problems to ensure everything is crystal clear. See you then.